You can't get your needs fully met in a relationship unless you are willing to rock the boat. And so many women are unwilling to rock the boat. They don't want to be a burden. They don't want to create drama. They don't want to do anything to risk a man seeing them as too much and then abandoning them. And unfortunately, when you are afraid to rock the boat, what you're actually going to do is create a situation where your needs will definitely never be met. The only way that your needs are going to be met, where a masculine man is going to step up, or a man that you have is going to be inspired into being a masculine man, to meet your needs, for your needs to be fully met, is when you learn how to fully communicate exactly what's coming up for you, hiding nothing. And yes, you are risking rocking the boat, and you need to risk doing that every single day of your life when you are dating and in a relationship. And in this video, we're going to talk about why that is. We're going to talk about how to rock that boat, but do it in a way that's actually going to get you really good results and inspire men to take care of you. Before we get into it, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Zach Rohde. I'm here to lead you into creating the relationship of your dreams, using your feminine energy and what I call feminine communication to inspire a man into cherishing you. If you've not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that below. Hit the notification bell and be sure to like this video because I'm going to make sure that it's a good one for you. So, what do I mean by rocking the boat? I mean ultimately speaking up for yourself. I mean sharing exactly what is going on internally. What are you feeling? How are you being affected by a man's behavior, by what he's doing, by what he's not doing, by how he's showing up, by him not anticipating your needs properly, by not being in integrity? How do you think he is going to know how to do better for you? Well, he needs some kind of motivation. What's that motivation going to be? One is he needs to know what's going on. How are you actually being effective? If he doesn't know, if he thinks that everything is fine or relatively okay, then why would he step up to do better? That's number one. Number two, is he afraid at least a little bit of losing you? And I don't mean this in like a manipulative way, like you should be trying to get him afraid. But what I mean is you need to value yourself and be willing to leave a relationship if he's not stepping up so that he values you too. You're not doing it for that reason. You're doing it because you should be valued. Like you need to value yourself. But ultimately, for him to be inspired, for him to be motivated, he needs to actually value you. That's the only way that he's going to be really highly motivated to meet your needs, which means you need to be walking the talk, essentially. You need to be willing to walk away. And you also need to be willing to communicate your feelings, right? Because if you're not communicating your feelings or your needs, your unmet needs, the problems you're experiencing, then you're communicating, I don't have any value. And then why would he value you? So those two things. And then third, you need to really be respecting him. And this is important because a lot of women, there's lots of women out there who will try communicating their needs and their feelings, the problems they're experiencing. But the problem is they do it in a way that actually repels devotion because you're usually unintentionally, being disrespectful to him. You're communicating in a way that the message he's receiving is, I'm inadequate, I'm a failure, she's judgmental towards me, I'm not good enough. And a man's not going to be inspired from that place. He might shift his behavior, but more from a people-pleasing place, more from a shame-based place, rather than being truly inspired, like a masculine man would. When you activate his masculine instinct, he's inspired just naturally. It's effortlessly. He wants to be better for you. He wants to meet your needs because he wants to be your hero. He wants to feel like your hero. He wants to feel like your man. He wants to feel like he is in charge. And he wants to feel like he doesn't want to disappoint you. He wants to do the best for you. So you need to learn how to activate that masculine instinct. Of course, you can't do it for that reason. What I teach is using feminine communication ultimately to inspire a man into cherishing you. Learning how to communicate in a way where you're sharing all your needs, all your feelings, all the problems, all the desires that you have from a place where you're not trying to get any outcome at all. You're not actually trying to get him to change his behavior. There cannot be that intention in it. Otherwise, it's manipulative. And at the same time, you're sharing it vulnerably. You're opening up your heart. You're exposing yourself and sharing everything that's inside. And when you're in that proper frequency, you're tapped into your body, you're tapped into your feelings, you're expressing how you're being affected by him, and you're doing it from this respectful, more than respectful, from this reverential place. That is what activates that masculine instinct. Because you're communicating, I have value, but you're also communicating, you're my man, you're my hero at the same time. And he's being informed, right? So all three of those things are happening. You have value, he has value because he's your man, he's your hero, and you're informing him without trying to teach him, without trying to lead him into meeting your needs. You're informing him about what it is that you need, about what the problem is, about how you're being negatively impacted by him. And so he steps up. And yes, this can rock the boat, because sometimes, even if you do this perfectly, sometimes it might hurt him in some way. He might feel bad. He might get upset at you. Usually this is going to have a very inspiring effect, but some things are just hard to hear. But even if it's hard for him to hear, he still needs to hear it, because otherwise he's not being informed, and two, you're communicating low value. He's just not going to be inspired by that. So yes, he might get upset sometimes. Sometimes it might create some drama, but how much drama is created, how much the boat is actually rocking, really depends on you. Because if you're communicating what's coming up for you in a truly vulnerable, respectful way, let's say he responds not the best. Okay, don't get reactive to that. Don't get emotionally dysregulated. And this takes work, it's somatic practice. But don't let it affect you and compel you into disrespectful behavior, because that's when things get really rocky. That's when a lot of arguments and disrespect back and forth happens. So don't let it happen. Continue to use feminine communication no matter how he shows up. And eventually he's really going to get that reflection that, like, wow, I'm not really handling this well. And then he becomes inspired to sit with himself, figure out what's going on, and ultimately do better for you. So don't be afraid to rock the boat. You want my help doing that in a respectful, reverential way that's going to get you the best results possible with a man? Fantastic. I would love to speak with you on a call. The way that you're going to get on a call with me is go below this video, open up the description, click on relationshipyourdreams.com, and watch the video that I have left there for you. That's going to really change your perspective about all this and get you motivated into making these shifts.